What is going on, guys? It's your boy here again, Dean, and I'm going to be giving you guys Aggro Abyss. That's right. The hotness on ladder, if in the low tiers. I don't know, it's been doing okay in the high tiers a little bit too. Really for the people who just want to have a fast game, nothing wrong there, right? We're at the chest event. You don't really care about your rank. You're just trying to get some master points or maybe some just like points on the ladder. Not the worst deck to be playing. We'll do the little card by card. First, I guess the QR code, so you guys can see that. And oh my god, my entire computer is lagging. What is going on? There we go. Hopefully it's a little bit faster now. Let's see if it can stop chugging. We got that going, and then... Bop, bop. There's that. And let's do the card by card, and then talk about the deck a little bit. So obviously the goal of the deck is to kill your opponent as fast as humanly possible. So yeah, we're maxed on the 1-drops we can. This gives us a bat, and the other card gives us a ghost. They're just 1-drop 1/1s to be able to run out turn 1 going first. And then the ghost or the bat can both be retained later for storm damage. You know, obviously the ghost is storm, but we do have this card in our deck as well as a 3 of Aggro, Moonstruck Vampire that summons a bat. Whenever a bat enters the field, give it storm and we take a damage, but then our bats have drain, so then we get the health back. Right, being able to combo with the bats here from this, you know, especially when we have Evo point, you can push 3, 5, pretty much as much damage as you want. Lesser Mummy, of course, has Innate Storm as long as you have Necromancy 4, being able to push extra damage. Barrel is your turn 1 going first, tick up. Hopefully it manages to stick. I find that the meta is actually like horrendously aggressive against this thing. Sometimes it does stick though and you instantly win the game. And then it does have an evolve to heal 5, can be relevant depending on the situation. Sorry, next up is 3 Rage of the Serpents. We're going to be able to, you know, Razor Claw, bypasses ward, burns damage, can randomly trade with Anonia if we needed to. Summons 2 bats. The bats have Storm. Turn 1 going first. If this is like your play, it does put 2 bodies on board. It's a lot harder to clear. Unless you're against puppets, and then you just instantly lose. It's a 0. That's a unwinnable matchup anyway. Next up is Balto Dusk Bounty Hunter. He gives us a crest. He's a 3/1, so aggressive stat line that's actually terrible. He's never going to live, but what's more important is we get the crest that at the end of each turn, we deal 1 damage to both leaders. It happens 4 times. There's going to be 4 face damage to your opponent. Hopefully able to end the game by 7, or you instantly lose. Simple as. Vuela has Rush 2/4, annoying stat line, able to trade into, like, trade up into things, and then whenever something super evolves, give it and this follower +2. I've seen some pretty funny plays with this card, like 2 of this plus a ghost, being able to swing for, like, what is that, like 7, it's like 8 damage, right? Plus the Vuela. Because the ghost goes to 4 and then gets +2 twice, yeah. This card, the Shadow Crypt Memorial, I mean, it gives you 2 shadows, which means your mummy can go online faster. But then also you can pop it to summon 2 ghosts. So that's like storm damage waiting in the wings. Be combo with cards like Olivia, or with a card that we're going to go over shortly, which is this, the Ixella Nocturnal General, 4 mana, 1/3. Fanfare, we're going to be taking 2 damage, and we're going to be getting this thing attack equal to the number of other cards on our board. So basically think of this as always, it's like Roach, but like it's number of cards on board instead. Follower specifically, so you do have to crack the crypt, but if you crack double crypt and then play this will have 5 attack, and then you have the 4 ghosts, that's 9, and then you have the Super Evo as well, to be able to push upwards of like 13 damage, right? Like, it's like quite an aggressive turn you can have. That's actually been done against me a couple times. I've never really gotten that off. I don't like playing this deck because it's a little too unstable for me. Aragave, we're able to clear the board, and then Super Evo to deal face damage to both of us. I mean, we're racing the clock. Hopefully we don't die because of him. But he is our best form of board clear, and he is important that he is 6. Like, against Sword, you're going to be able to, like, wipe their board and then Super Evo, or sorry, Evo in response, and now Zirconia comes down. Zirconia has to trade into the Aragave, leaving the 2/2s up, and then, like, hopefully you can, like, maneuver around it and then win from there. Sword's kind of unfavored as well. You're kind of unfavored into a lot of stuff. We've got double Olivia. It's for comboing with the Ghost, Super Evos, and it gives you a little bit of heal, a little bit of draw, a little bit of stability. Just a little bit. And then 3 Odins, being able to banish anything and hit our opponent for the last 7 health that they've got. I mean, we're pretty late in the game by the time turn 7 comes around. So, it's a lot better for us. This is a lot better card for us than I think it is for other classes. And now, you know, nobody really told me if they like this part or not. I'm going to do the little... we're going to talk about the matchups. Where do we think that we sit? Specifically, Forest. Forest has the new 2-drop. It's got all of the rush, and it has the other problems of, like, they're playing Roach, and they've got these cards that get cost reduced, and even though we're, like, super aggressive, they can just trade into most of our hands and just, like, continuously keep us off of cards. So we're going to say that, yeah, Forest, I think, is... Oh, probably won't have red. There we go. Yeah, Forest is a fucking terrible matchup. Sword? I beat a couple swords. But they can, like... There's, like, some people that are, like, the Kagamitsu build that's, like, super aggressive. And honestly, there's a couple cards that will make you want to trade with them. Like, the Follow Me, the Luminous Knight or whatever. It's very annoying for us to deal with that card. And then it, like, lets them, like, trade. Like, they can go into that, and then they can, like, have, like, Prim. And then they can, like, give the Nonya Rush. And so... I think that one's, like, pretty unfavored. I think that Rune, though, is, like, a little more neutral for us. I think that's a little more neutral. It's, I mean, they have, like, a point where it becomes unwinnable pretty quickly. But that is, like, one where they don't have a lot of good answers to, like, our barrels early. And then we can hopefully, like, just tempo them out. And then by the time the Norman comes down, it's not going to be enough. That's the hope. That's the hope, right? Dragon, I know it's not really on ladder, but we do beat that. And this is neutral. Like, this is my problem with this deck. I don't think this deck is very good. I do think, because we're playing Odin, I'm going to actually give us... That might... Oh, no. I'm not going to give us that. I'm going to give us this. I think that we are pretty well positioned in Wardhaven. I could be wrong about that. I think as long as we manage to answer the Wilbert with the... like, as long as the Wilbert doesn't, like, save them instantly on the spot, I think that we should be winning this. And we can, like, bypass their wards on the final turn as well. I'm going to be a little cocky, and I'm going to say that this is us. Portal. What do I say, Portal? I think Portal is, like, trending downward for us. Puppet is, like, really bad, and Artifact is really bad, but sometimes they do have a little bit slower of a hand. And whenever they don't see the instant lost cards for us, I think we can win. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the pretty much... Oh, that's like... This is probably a pretty generous chart, too, by the way, for the deck. But let's get into some games, and we'll try to show you guys what it can do. Okay, so we're up against Abyss. And, yeah, I mean... Or sorry, we're up against Sword. And as we can see here, we have the double 1-drop. I decide not to develop the barrel just yet, because our Agave tick-up is so important in the matchup that it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to hold it. I'm feeling pretty good. We're able to go... barrel on curve, and our opponent plays down the Nonya. Thankfully, we have the Rage of the Serpents as the actual punish, because the idea is that this is going to be able to protect him. Guess what? It's not good enough. So we're able to Rage the Serpents the Nonya, and then also get the 3 face in. While developing the card with last words, because a card with last words is always better than a card without, right? Simple as. He has the removal with the Rose, and so now it's back to us. And we're going to develop the Shadow Crypt, and of course the card with last words. We have the Exela in hand. And we're setting up for a big Exela turn really soon. Our opponent has the double clear, though. Little unfortunate. But let's see what the draw for turn is. It's Balto, and I say, this guy's pretty good. I'm just going to run him out, run out the bats. They don't have Storm innately. I don't have the card that gives them Storm. I'm going to hold the Ghost, be able to pop the Crypt, and then go in with the Exela. That's the current plan. But we see a Nonya come down and a Prim Evo, leaving up the ward and then leaving us the bats. Okay, so now it's on to us. I pop this. I play down the Exela. I'm going to Evo the Ghost to be able to clear so we retain the 1/1s as well on the board. And just push a lot of face damage. And then, of course, develop our card with Last Words again. And then we still have Ghost Super Evo in the pocket with the Vuela Super Evo. And then our opponent plays like a really weird card. I don't know what this is. This is some spicy tech for those people out there. And it's got a huge ass. And we're like, okay, how do we handle this? Thankfully, the Balto top deck has just the stat line that we need. So we're able to go Balto, Super Evo, and then thanks to the Vuela, it gets pumped up to 8. Being able to clear the ward, trade in 1, 2, 3, and then our crest activates, killing our opponent. Every card in our hand, every point of mana that we had. Pretty good deck. Next up is Portal Craft, and this is probably like a terrible matchup. It's supposed to be a terrible matchup for us. But sometimes they don't have everything they need. And we see going first, I'm just going to get rid of the Crypts. They're not really that great. And I don't know. They're like pretty good. I kind of wish I kept them. But I think we're looking for something just a little bit better. So we put down the, of course, we have the card. And this Goblin, I've seen this Goblin popping up. I don't know what he's for. But yeah, we're just going to hit face, summon 2 bats, because it's just 2 guys, right? It's like a little bit harder for him to clear. Puppet Theater is going to be able to get the puppets down. Perfect answer to what we did. And then we see Tick Up play down another one of these guys. I don't know what's going on. But we found Balto on curve. The Puppet Theater means that our board is basically gone. He's got the guy on board, right? But he develops the Medic. I'm not sure about that one. I guess it's on the board. Thankfully, you know, we can't really Evo this turn, so we just developed the Vuela. We have the Perfect Clear. We have the Cultivator. The Medic was probably pretty bad. These are Sapphire games, by the way, so they're not like the lowest. They're like almost the highest. We see Double Clear. He's just trying to keep me off of cards. Is his hand where it needs it to be? Not really, it doesn't seem. We're able to develop the Mummy, and I think that's all I do. I think I just say the Mummy's good. Yeah, we're holding the Ghost for a big Exela turn next turn. And then the Balto is to refund our crest. Now, here's a weird one. He plays down this, and it gives all of the puppets ward. And I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I think the only puppet in his hand is the one from the Puppet Theater. So like, yeah, if he plays, like, there's cards that instantly loses the game because we're played so greedy. But look at our hand, dude. We gotta play greedy. And yeah, it looks like it works out for us because he just doesn't have the hand he needs to. And he goes for this lethal line, right? He puts up his biggest board he can with his last thing. And we top deck the Odin because we're just that lucky. That's why we play 3 Odins, and it's going to be able to seal up the game for us. And, yeah, I mean, his hand, it was missing. I mean, he had heal, he had removal, and it just wasn't good enough. People said, yeah, I want to see the deck lose. Guess what? Longer video for me, that's right. Thankfully, this is Abyss, so the loss will be half a second long.
Can we not? I wasn't built for combat.
Those ephemeral dreams.
So, I'm going second. I keep the Aragave because I think you need the Aragave against Portal. The loss right before this one was actually to not having Aragave to respond to a Alouette, I believe. But now we're against Puppets, so yeah. We don't have a good 2-drop. Boom, this guy comes down. He kills our guard with Last Words. We're already on the back foot. What do? We can take up Vuela to be able to try to clear and then hopefully have some, like, stabilization here. Because otherwise anything we play gets answered, right? But he has the Puppet that kills my 2/2. So now I'm super far behind, right? He's got this 2/1 on board. I'm still not dealing damage. All I have in my hand is a Razor Claw. I can put down the bat, but what's it going to do? I mean, he's got the 2/1 already on board. So I decide not to. And, he slams down 2/2 drops. So now I'm like even more far behind. I slam down a barrel because it heals me, and it's the only playable card in my hand, it feels like. We don't have the shadows to be able to use the mummy, so we're just holding that for a Super Evo with the Olivia, and we see another greedy cheer up come down. Tons of pressure from these. Able to get the clear because, of course, our card only had 3 health. And now it's like, do we Aragave? We kind of have to. It feels like we have to, right? So we drop him down, and our deck doesn't prefer the long game, so we Evo him. And putting ourselves at even lower life, because we're going to die to the first Orcus, but now we see Sylvia come down, and we heal 4. We've dealt 2 damage. It's turn 5. What are we doing? And now we need to tick up Olivia, because it's the only way we kill the Sylvia. And we dig a little bit deeper. We find cards that don't do anything. We Super Evo the Mummy. And push our 6 damage. I mean, he's still at... What is that? 12? Still at 12. I mean, we're not really winning this game. We see a Noah come down, which means his hand is going to be filled with puppets to be able to end us. And now, guys, don't flame this next play, okay? In... Okay, hold up. In my mind, if Sylvia comes down, I lose. If Orcus comes down, I lose. The only way I possibly win this game is by playing down this, getting the Balto Crest, having the Shadow Crypt. Okay, take him down a little bit. Next turn, pop the Shadow Crypt. Play down the Excella. Super Evo. That's 2 plus 4 plus 2, because the 2 extra cards on the board. So, okay, so 2 from the Ghost. 4 from the Excella Super Evo. 2 more from the Ghost. That's 8. Razory Claw, 11. That's my out, is him not having cards to end the game. I can get a little bit more reach by also, like, putting it on a bat or something, right? Getting an extra follower on board. So, in my mind, Balto Crest, pass, is my out. It is my play. Anything else, I lose the game, okay? Because I'm going to lose the Orcus regardless. That's my defense. And he has Odin, so I mean we fucking lose, right? It's obvious, yeah. But that's how it goes, right? You hurt yourself a lot. They stabilize, they heal just a little bit, and then because you're at half health, they just end you, right? Yeah, that's the deck. It's Aggro Abyss. If you guys like it, smash that like button. If you guys want to see more, you know, subscribe. I'm going to have Sword out next. And until next time, it's your boy Dean signing out.